All right, this is the home of Bud and Mavis Collins here in Gladstone, Missouri. Just a typical middle class home, well maintained, but I think you'll find that the belongings are relatively modest. I want to go through and let you see what is in the house, and then we can talk about whether this is something that would warrant a on-site estate sale. This is the living room. All of this would go in the sale, and so you have it's older but very very well maintained. Hardly ever been sat on a sofa. With two chairs and ottoman. This grandfather clock, unfortunately, does not work, and I'm not sure what would be required in terms of repair. There will be a number as we go through of Jesse Barnes paintings, and I'll talk more about those in a moment. Again, all of this goes in the bottom of this curio cabinet thing are some precious moments figurines, and my mother said that for most of them she still has the original box because she had been told that was desirable. This dining room set and the hutch behind it are, again, they're older, but completely scratch-free and in perfect condition. My folks will be eating lunch in the kitchen when I walk through here, so the kitchen table and chairs would go, as would the refrigerator is relatively new, and it would go on the sale as well. In the family room, there's a three-piece leather furniture set, the recliner here, and the sofa are in, I would say, very good to excellent shape. This recliner is not so much, and so it's in a little rough shape. I'm not sure if it's even sellable because of worn places on the arms. That's not the case in the second one. The two I don't know what these are, lamp / end tables. My parents do want to take them with them when they move. They will also take with them, obviously, the cat turkey. They'll take the bookcase, and they're going to take the television and the cabinet underneath the television. So that all would not be in the sale. Going up to the upper level, all of this home office equipment would go into the sale. The desk, the two chairs, I suppose this small table would all be included in the sale. Everything you see here, including this large cabinet. In this bedroom, the entire, I'm not sure how to turn on the light, the entire bedroom set would go. The queen size bed, large dresser, and chest of drawers would all go. They're, again, like most everything here, they're relatively old, but in very, very good condition. This is actually, one of the few true antiques in the house. This is, I believe, my mother's. My mother is 81, and I think this is her grandmother's rocker. I think perhaps one of the two bedstands would probably go in the sale, but they're nothing, nothing to write home about. The television in the cart in the corner would, the television at least would go. I'm not sure about the cart. It would go to their new place, I'm sorry. And then here, I think everything here would be going to the new apartment, with the exception of any clothing and items that are in the closet. And I will now go down into their finished basement area. Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. Here is a stationary leather chair that matches the chairs upstairs, and there it's very much saleable. Would be included in the sale, and this large, it's just particle board cabinet would be included in the sale, and as would the treadmill and the exercise bike. This recliner works fine, sits pretty good. I'm not, well, it's, I said it works fine. I'm not sure that that's necessarily true. I know that the workings underneath are pretty old and not in the greatest of shape. This love seat matches the the sofa in their living room, and it would go into the sale, as would this chair. The refrigerator there does not work, and would probably just be hauled off into bulky trash. The two bookcases would be included in the sale, as would the chest of drawers here, I believe, and the end table would be included. I think that's everything here. And then in this room, these washer and dryer are, it's an electric dryer, and the washer and dryer are both virtually new. I think they're maybe, I believe they're less than a year old, and used very little just by mom and dad. So they would be included in the sale, and I think Mom has the original manuals and even the sales receipt. So then everything here that you see here is included, obviously, in the sale. Not much there, but what's there would be included. And now, I mentioned the Jesse Barnes paintings upstairs, or prints. My parents have a substantial number of Jesse Barnes prints. Gonna guess somewhere in the neighborhood of between 20 and 25 at least. They were all bought new, and all of them include a certificate of authenticity. You've got the ones that are upstairs, and I'm guessing there are probably 6 or 7 of those that are framed and matted, and it appears that there are probably about 6 more framed and matted here, but there are additional, a large number of additional prints, which are, and that one is not Jesse Barnes, but almost all the rest are, and they're all in the same kind of packing that you see here, where the packaging in which they were purchased. Now those, at one time, Jesse Barnes was highly desirable. I recognize that that's not the case anymore, and you don't get out of them, what they would charge for them at any kind of an art gallery or anything like that. But they've got a number of them that are valued pretty highly, several $100s, and I know that you won't get anywhere near that for them. But anyway, there's a large number of them, and if you got the right people showed up at the sale, then there'd be at least a fair amount. Okay, and then finally we have the garage area. Everything in the garage except the car would go in the sale. Anything that is sellable. Unfortunately, there's no big power lawn equipment, nor are there big power tools. There are a small number of hand power drills and stuff like that, but they're old. Largely they work. And then some pretty fair number. These boxes are all pretty much full of manual hand tools. So there's quite a number of hand tools that would be included. And then the freezer, again, is very, very old, but it works. And so somebody who's just looking for something like this to keep out in the garage and keep stuff frozen, you never know. And the only thing I can think of out here, it would be the barbecue grill, and that's pretty much it. So I'm hoping that this will this walkthrough will save you some time and effort, give you an idea if this is worth your time, and if it's worth an on-site sale, or if there's just not enough here to warrant that, and we would have to look at either a combined sale, or even if you would advise us just to try to get the more saleable items to a consignment auction someplace and have the rest of it hauled off. I don't know. We'll be looking for your input on that. Thank you, and let me know if you have any questions.